Year 9 Season 2 has just been announced along with the 2 brand new recruit reworks.
The thing that they're bringing to the table is an ability to inject strategy into the lineups like you've never seen before.
Well, I'm not really sure about that one, Joshua Mills, because I personally feel like I was completely lied to. If you haven't seen the season reveal for Year 9 Season 2 yet, then I am sorry to break the news to you, but we are getting a recruit rework that really isn't a rework at all. Let me show you. Now, I've been very lucky to have the opportunity to playtest the new season early, and for that, I am very grateful. Thank you, Ubisoft. However, I'm not going to sugarcoat the new season. I'm not going to tell you it's the best, greatest thing ever just because Ubisoft let me play it. I love Ubisoft. I love the devs. I appreciate what you guys do, but this is just such a heavy disappointment. There is really nothing new about the recruits except for the guns that they have. Let me explain. So, we have the R6 mobile recruit look. So they've added recruit as 2 separate operators when realistically they are pretty much exactly the same as what they were before. We have the loadouts you can pick from 2 secondary gadgets. So you have 2 gadgets the same way it was before. You can bring grenades and flashbangs, breach charge and hard breach charge. The only big difference is you can pick exactly what you want and you can customize your weapons now, which is pretty much exactly what recruit was when the game came out on release. This is what recruit was for years before they changed recruit and made recruit just like completely useless and terrible. And now they're just reverting those changes and calling it a brand new operator with a reskin that they stole from a mobile game. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense at all. I'm happy we can play recruit and ranked again, but it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and it just seems like such a overhyped disappointment. You know what I mean?
This is the first time we're introducing our new operator remaster, and it starts with something special. It's the recruit.
But Alex, there's nothing special about this. I like the cool skins. I like that recruits in ranked, but it's not special. It doesn't feel special at all. It feels exactly what we had before. It's what you took away from us, and now you're giving it back, and we're supposed to be excited for it. It's just, come on, man. Come on, guys. Like, at least it's just so sad because we're thinking we're gonna get like this new ability. Recruit's gonna have this like maybe some like cool thing where he can him and the defender have maybe the same ability, but you can use it on both sides. Like, there was a lot of opportunity for like a new gadget or something new that both these operators could have, but instead it's simply just the loadouts. Now we are going to talk about the rest of the changes in Year 9 Season 2 and what else we have to look forward to, what other content we get. And honestly, so the recruit names are Striker on the attack and Sentry on the defense. Now they are very similar. Striker essentially has Mozzie's loadout. He has the Commando with the secondary Super Shorty, at least OG Mozzie when he had the Super Shorty, which was awesome. You can only run one-time sight on this, obviously. I think the Commando's a good gun. You could run the M870 if you want with the CZ. So there's some options there. Shorty, decent shotgun, really solid shotgun. And then you can run any combination of the secondary gadgets that you'd like. I think the combo for this will be either C4 impact grenades, just because they are the 2 best utility, or like proximity C4 or BP C4. But I really think this is nowhere near as strong as like a Valkyrie, right? You have C4 and 3 Valkyrie cameras. This is 1 camera and a C4. So the recruit is still a little weak on the defense, even with like the impact C4, because operator abilities are simply stronger. Why bring a BP and a shield when you could just bring 2 operators with a BP and a shield and then have 2 operator abilities as well, right? So it is a selfish operator. I think he'll be like not terrible, but I just think there's better picks overall. So it's like, it's okay. It's recruit, it's nothing new. It's nothing special, like I've been saying, but I think the attacker recruit is where you really have some cool things that you're able to do. Because it has been a while since we had this option of picking exactly what utility you want with recruits, it will be a little different than what we had before. So there is going to be some sort of new stuff, and that's mainly just like playing these recruits in a new style with the new meta. And then he has the M4 as well, which is kind of sick because the M4 is a great weapon. M4 with the ACOG, secondary shotgun as well. So both of them have secondary shotguns. So destruction, opening hatches, etc. will be nice. You could run EMPs, hard breach, and open walls yourself. You could run grenades and flashbangs, which is what I will be doing as I flashbang someone in a corner and then grenade them, and then they can't run away, and then they're just absolutely screwed. And another cool new thing that they added as well, actually, for the flashbangs, is that you can actually change your stun effects from white to dark, which I'll show you an example of in the footage, which is kind of cool. It's kind of a nice, cool little thing. It's a cool little feature that they added as well.
We're not introducing one operator, but 2 operators free for every player in the game.
Hey, at least they made the content that was already in the game previously free, because if they tried to make us get the battle pass for it, I think there would be an even saltier taste on most people's mouths. I think people are just going to be very, very upset about this, just straight up. I obviously haven't seen the reactions yet because I'm recording this before the actual release date, but it just can't be good. It just can't be good. I don't know what else they're expecting, but the feedback is not going to be good, and I'm worried for Ubisoft and how this is taken by the community. I myself am a little upset, you know? Now, there are still some things that are coming that are good changes. I don't think the entire season is a complete disappointment. I think the biggest thing being the recruit rework, having that come and not actually being a real rework is what makes it such a disappointment. But there are some nice features coming and some new playlists and stuff, which are kind of cool. The attrition playlist is coming back, so that's when your operators, I believe, you like can't play them. They like lock after you play them for a round, so you have to keep switching your operators everyone, which is kind of cool. That's come for a couple of weeks. That'll be a fun little arcade mode that's coming. They're also doing a membership now, so you can like sign up for this membership, which is like it's whatever. Like if you want to do the membership, you get like some rewards or something like that. The marketplace is now available for everyone. I think this is a great thing. You know, the marketplace was cool when it came out. It was in beta for a while. Not everyone could access it. Now everyone will have access to the marketplace upon the release of Year 9 Season 2. So you can go get your favorite skins. You can go sell your skins that you don't like and go buy ones that you do. It's a pretty cool thing. I've been using it since the beta came out, and now I have black ice for like every gun, because I was almost done and then I just had to stock up on the rest. So that's pretty sweet. Now the next major change of the season is the Fenrir nerf and the Solis nerf, which I want to talk about pretty in depth because I have a pretty strong opinion on this. And this is kind of one of the only other forms of content. The other one being the endless drill, where you can go 60 minutes into a map and just fight the bots in every room and they'll respawn and you can just keep shooting them. You have unlimited ammo. I think this is a great way to warm up. I'm probably going to use this myself to warm up now. It's almost like a terrorist hunt, but they respawn, but they're bots, so they don't move. So a little worse than terrorist hunt. I'm still upset that they got rid of terrorist hunt. Can we bring that up? Can we talk about that for a second? Yeah. Bring terrorist hunt back. That was fun. It was fun. It was great. And it was a great way to warm up too. So this is a nice kind of, it's kind of almost similar to that in a way. They also updated the AI playlist. So now there's like a couple more maps and a couple more operators. I personally won't be really playing the AI playlist until I can play all the operators. I think that's one of the biggest weird things about that is like, I can only pick a few select operators, but what if I want to practice a strat? What if I want to go in with 4 other people and practice a strat on a bomb site? It's like, I need all the operators to do that. So outside of that, I don't really, I'm not a big fan of the AI playlist. Obviously, it's targeted more towards beginners, and that's completely fine. It just doesn't affect me at all. It might affect you guys if you like the AI playlist. Could make like a video on it or something, you know, something like that. Now, they also updated Stadium. So Stadium Bravo now, they doesn't have a lot of that glass that it did before. I think this is a great change. This might actually make the map more fun and actually like a good choice to play in ranked. I'm not sure if they're bringing it back to ranked yet or not. I wouldn't mind if they did. I wouldn't be too upset. I'm assuming they would just because they have done these changes. So have fun playing Stadium Bravo yet again. I think it's a solid map. I think it's solid. I'm not actually upset about this. I think it's okay. You know, cool. It's a little bit of new content, right? But back to the nerfs for a second. Let's go back to that Fenrir and Solis nerf, because to me this is like a nerf that they're framing as content for the season in a weird way. Like they're kind of like, oh, well, we got like some changes to Fenrir and Solis that you can play with, and that's gonna be cool with our new operator rework. And it's like, is this actually new stuff, or is this just some way to like, I don't know. It just feels so strange. It just feels like such a strange update when the Year 9 roadmap was it's so hype and so exciting. It's like, wow, this is gonna be like the best year ever. And then they drop season 2 and they're just like, oh, damn. Anyway, let's actually talk about the nerfs. So let's start with Fenrir. Fenrir now has 4 mines instead of 5, and none of them are bulletproof. So even when they're closed, you can shoot them to break them or tase them to break them. And you can only activate 2 at a time now, so it only has 2 calls instead of 3. So I think this is a pretty heavy nerf to Fenrir. Oh, and the other thing I didn't mention, he's lost barbed wire at the same time. So now you can hold less. You have less information. The barbed wire was information. Now he has observation blockers. So Fenrir overall is a lot weaker now. I think Melusi is just going to be the go-to trap op now by far. Like by far, Melusi is just the best trap op. Fenrir, you won't see him banned nearly as much anymore. And I think it might be a little bit of overkill. I think the gadget nerfs were good, but I think changing the secondary utility might be a little too much for Fenrir. I think it's just like it's a lot of nerfs all at the same time. And we know what happened with Nock when they nerfed every single part of her loadout. She's literally the worst operator in the game now. And then we have the Solis nerf. So Solis no longer can use her gadget in prep phase. The range has decreased a lot. The charge rate of her device is longer now. Plus, you can only turn it on once it's fully charged. You can't turn it on when it's halfway charged anymore. On top of that, she's lost impact grenades. So her playmaking, her roam capabilities, she has lost so much power. This, in my opinion, is the most brutal, destructive Solis nerf ever. I personally was just like, hey, if they just make it so she can't use it in prep phase, she's going to be balanced out, right? They can drone the bomb site. They can use their operator picks to switch it up. They can see there's a Solis and be like, oh, we can switch to IQ while keeping their drones alive while having the info. But instead, they were like, let's nerf literally every single aspect of her gadget and also take away her impact grenades. Now, if you want to play below, you better be running the shotgun, which is also super dookie because they nerfed laser sights, so now the hipfire spread is less and the spread overall is less, so the spread of the bullets are going wider. You're not gonna one-shot people as easily. And then on top of that, it's just like now you don't have the playmaking from the impacts. You can't impact underneath. You can't impact out of an area if you're roaming. It's just a very, very big nerf. I think Solis will be okay, like maybe like D or C tier, like she'll be okay still, but I can't see her being like strong whatsoever. I can't see her being picked barely ever. She's definitely not going to be banned anymore because most of the time you're not even going to be able to see the plant going down because the range is so small, so you need some sort of info on site. Plus you have to be using the shotgun. Plus you have to hope they didn't roam clear you already. It's just like a lot of sadness for me. Plus, this is only part one. They were talking about nerfing her again, like similar to the Grim buff, except it's a Solis nerf. So they're cutting out these operators, making them kind of bad. So that way, I mean, other operators can thrive, right? It is going to be a change. It's going to be different. It's going to be like refreshing for a couple weeks, but then we're going to go, oh yeah, this is still the exact same game because not a lot has changed because we don't really have new operators at all. That's pretty much where my head's at. Pretty disappointed in the new season. Sorry, Ubisoft. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. Like I said earlier, I appreciate all you guys. But what I appreciate more is the fact that you guys collaborated with Control to make these absolutely delicious black ice cookies. You can use code POX for 10% off. And if you get a bundle with some other Control products, you guys can save up to an additional 20% off. So that's pretty cool. So that was a good move, Rainbow. But in terms of the new season, yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I'm hoping Season 3 and Season 4 does live up to the hype that you guys have created because this could be the best year of Siege ever. And I'm okay taking a little hit for a season and not getting a whole ton of content this season as long as the next two seasons can really make up for it and we can have a great year overall. So again, my hopes are still up for Ubisoft after all of these years of being disappointed with cheaters, etc. And the best thing of all to come in the new season, like I just mentioned, is that the cheaters won't be able to cheat for the first week. So I am going to be grinding. I'm going to be playing this game non-stop the first week of the season. I'm going to be trying to play as much Recruit as I can. I'm still going to make content, still going to have as much fun as possible, especially because right now I literally cannot play a single game of Rainbow Six Siege without playing wall hackers. So let's freaking go, dude. Let me know what you guys think about the new season, and we'll see you on the next one, boys. Peace out.